Are you lovable? Are you the lovable girl? Hi. Hello, and welcome to I Am Loved. And Delia is here, and she's being a little sweetie pie. And we want you all to know how much you're loved and what a perfect time it is to join this class. We've got lots of good clearings for you, some newer ones since Adelia was born, so I can kind of look at what happens at birth. So I've been learning lots about what's going on and why people feel loved and cherished, and we're going to get right to work on that. So welcome everyone to the call. We love you. We're happy you're here. And we'll get started. Hi to Maria, Penny May, Marilla, Kathleen Liu. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, and we're going to go right on to our love wisdom affirmation. Let's see, and here we go. There. I am free to live a life of spiritual freedom and full self-expression, liberated in love, gratitude, and mastery in this body here and now. My spirit is limitless. I am responsible for any limits I experience in this body and have complete access to the divine through prayer and contemplation to release myself from any human bonds I have worn as spiritual clothing that no longer resonate with my essence. Vakuratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvigna Kurme Devo Sarva Kayeshu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parat Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatiye Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, and we're going to do our demonstrations on the quantum pump and muscle testing. But before we do that, let's just talk about what we're going to be doing today in today's class. I Am Loved special training. We're going to clear the harmful bloodline patterns and family curse that prevent you from loving yourself, clearing degrading and debilitating DNA and emotional thought forms blocking love, ending group karma and punishment energy from the past that would prevent love, and moving you into grace and ease in a powerful reset meditation. And the first clearing we're going to do is clearing family curses. So we'll clear harmful bloodline patterns and family curses that prevent you from fully loving yourself. And so if you want to get started on this pumping, right permission and ability to fully love myself from conception to the end of life in my body and be loved, honored, respected, and cherished, welcomed with joy, surrounded by those who help me feel worthy and nourished, removing domination, suppression, and control. And obviously, we also want to provide that for people, helping them feel welcomed with joy, respected, cherished, honored, worthy, and nourished. So we want to provide that for others too. here's the big list that we'll be clearing. You're going to be doing the quantum pump or double pump. This is going to be the best technique for clearing this particular group of issues. And you'll notice that there's a very big line of anchors and a very big line of emotions on this one. Okay, we'll go through them in more detail once we've done our demo. And so we're going to come right back up to the hand movements, our hand gestures or movements that we use to access quantum fields. Okay, Punkapoo, let's back up a little bit so we can do our demonstration. And there we are. And there we are. And there we are. And there we are. Yay. And so the single pump is the elbow down at the side and the hand pumping forward. There we go. And the double pump is both hands. Yeah, that's right, honey. Can you show them too? Okay, and then let me just show you from the side what the single pump looks like. The elbow is down at the side and the hand is falling forward. You're keeping your hand and your arm pretty much on the same plane, just a gentle little rocking movement. And then we'll turn to this side and see what it looks like from this side. No squeezing, just a gentle rocking movement. Okay, and then we're going to do the platter because we'll probably be using that at some point today. The quantum platter looks like this, the hand moving forward. So it actually the hand facing forward and then just coming back. So it's just a very simple movement. Again, we were doing the platter a little more like this, and we're looking at just saving the wrist. So for some of you who have had carpal tunnel or had sensitive wrists, we want to just honor that. So this works every bit as well. It's good. Now the DNA movement, which we won't do for very long, but we will be doing the DNA movement. And that is a little bit of an angle there. However, you can, here I'll just show you from the side here, you cross over your chest. And so it's kind of a swinging and then a kind of a flutter almost. So if you can see, you start about equal with your shoulder here and then cross over your chest. If you can't, if you're real busty and it's just really, you know, hard to do, then start out here and come in. Start out here and come in. And that'll do the same thing. And we do have a nice DNA clearing that we'll be doing a little later. You'll be doing the double pump for the first clearing we're working on. All right, I think that's good. The flutter, which we just demonstrate if you have some homework and you want to do it, but you don't really want to be obvious to the general population on what you're doing. However, I heard someone saw somebody in the subway or whatever it's called in London. She was pumping and the other person smiled at her and knew what she was doing and pumped back. So here we go. So it's getting kind of popular. We're in 64 countries at this point. So that's the flutter. So if you wanted to do the flutter, that's the flutter. Yeah, you can see how big Adelia's getting. She's getting long legs. Her legs are 11 inches long already, almost a whole foot long. She's getting to be a big, big girl. Okay, so we are right now doing the double pump for the first clearing, which is the big clearing of the day. I know there were some requests from a few of you. We will be working on, oopsie. Oh, did I squeeze your tummy and squeeze your tummy and baby goop comes out? That happens. Okay, oopsie. Hang on 1 second here. So we will be doing we're doing another clearing related to love and being able to love yourself. Hey, it's a lot of baby goo came out right now. Yeah, I thought you were overeating. She had 9 ounces and then she wanted more milk. That little girl, she loves her milk. Okay, honey, that's probably good enough. Okay, all right, sorry I squeezed your tummy. All right, my dears. So today is the day all about loving yourself. You know, it's so interesting because with self-love, also the immune system improves. And so you're able to heal from infections faster or not get them at all. You know, so people are more attracted to you. They want to spend time with you when you love yourself and are comfortable with yourself because they feel safer around you. Your field feels safe. You feel like you're a safe person to be around when you have self-love. Confidence, of course, builds with self-love. And so when you're looking at the job or the sweetheart or getting the promotion, all of that improves when you love yourself. So that's what we're working on. How was everybody's Valentine's Day? Did you have a good Valentine's Day? We did. We had such a super day, all kinds of breakthroughs. Little Adalia has a little Porsche, a little walkie, you know, it's called a walkie-talkie, but a chair that talks and she can run in it. And this morning, she actually was able to push the chair over rugs and run from the smooth stone floor to on top of rugs and run across the rugs and then get to the other side and run on the, it's amazing to see. And she had a big flip yesterday, so we were so excited about that. She flipped from her back to her front really easily. And then yesterday morning, she moved herself 5 feet, just wiggling and squirming. She does this funny, goofy thing by putting her legs up almost to her mouth, and then she flips them over to the side, and she's able to turn herself different directions, like a spinning, it's like a spinning clock almost. It's really cute to watch. Anyway, so many big breakthroughs. And then we went to, first time, a fancy restaurant. We went to Bernarda's for a very special sit-down dinner. And she did okay. She didn't do perfect, but for a first time, I was really happy. There was a mom and a little girl that was probably around 9 years old that kept smiling over at us, and Adalia. And then eventually there was another baby that was in there with a husband and wife, and it was nice. It was really special. So I hope you guys had a special day. I hope that you found a way to make it special for yourself, even if you were on your own. Okay, this is definitely a sign of little girl should not overeat. You just have nowhere for it to go, and it's just going to come out. There we go. Okay, so let's say hi to everybody. I'm going to put the chart back up, and we're double pumping for everybody. We're double pumping. Okay, Kathleen, I had a playful, lovely Valentine's. Fantastic. Thank you for your generous gift of offering this I Love class. Love greetings from Austin. Good morning. And that's Denise and Trinity and Saval and Louisa and Pamela and Nancy and Tony and Anneli. There we go. And Anneli, hi, and Tony and Penny Mae and Philippe. And I think I got everybody. Fantastic. So we're what do we want to say? A quarter of a century, which is not exactly what I want to say. There are 25 students in this wonderful special class. So we'll be able to get to everybody's questions, hopefully, with this smaller group. Should be wonderful. By the way, for those of you who follow Darius, they gave me the honor of being their opening act. So they wanted me to be their season opener, which is such a sweet honor. So that's coming up really soon. I think this is like the 2nd or 3rd of March. Let's see. Rebecca, if you know the date that I'm doing the interview with Darius, could you pop it in the chat box for us? Thank you. And also, I just got invited into an interview on local TV. So we'll be on NBC here in Monterey. And I think the show is called Our Town. And do an interview on the books and what we're doing right now. Yeah, and we talked to PBS a couple weeks ago, and we're just having a really great time this year. People are starting to get the quantum activations in a new way. I think part of that is happening from all of our wonderful apprentices coming on. Our group energy is getting much stronger. So that's really fantastic. March 7th, 1 to 2:30. Thank you so much. That's really helpful. Right permission and ability to fully love myself from conception to the end of my life in my body, and to be loved, honored, respected, and cherished, welcomed with joy, surrounded by those who help me feel worthy and nourished, removing domination, suppression, and control. Lucifer stops, bloodline, clan, soul contracts, satanic curses, demonic curses, evil spirit curses, karma, trauma, spirals, timelines, physical, family, and mental. So there's 3 different timelines. Atheist thought forms, black magic, curses, control energy, contracts, agreements. So that's much of the karma clearing, isn't it? And the karma's up there. So it's the whole karma clearing. Seeds, embedding, auditory scions, nanotechnology. And then the huge list, I made this a particularly small print, but emotions, malice, hatred, resentment, anger, unforgiveness, blame, greed, deception, crushed, disappointed, bitter, down, embarrassed, frightened, hurt, lonely, overwhelmed, stressed, sorrow, desire, envy, and shame. And then Reptoid 5, embedding, portals, mechanism, seeds, satires, which is a 6, mechanism, seeds, embedding. Zeta, which is a 4, and its seeds are the anchor. Burrowers, embedding, DNA splicing. Draconian, embedding and permeations. Iguana, which is the type 1, auditory scions. That's an auditory. It's got a Y on that. Sometimes my Ys don't work on my keyboard here. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay. Chameleon Reptoid is a type 5, permeations, mechanisms, and nanotechnology. Demons, which are 7, mechanisms, permeations, portals, holographic inserts. And then ghosts is one. We're having the spinning ball this morning, so I think we're gonna not do much altering on this. We might have to go to something else. Okay. Anyway, we'll just leave it alone. Ghosts is embedding, and then walk-ins, embedding, and permeations. Yeah, I've got. Okay, sweetie, it's all right. Everything's okay. In any case, we've got the PowerPoint, and that's what we need. So, oh, how did that happen? I don't know. That's wild. Okay, well, it'll hopefully stop spinning at some point. Well, that's great that you don't see the spinning ball. So anyway, there's a spinning ball, which is not letting me unlock that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, if I can, Penny May, we're having trouble with the PowerPoint program. And my computer goes in 8 days. It's going to the shop for 3 days. I'm taking 3 days off of the computer. And they're going to add a massive amount of memory, which is part of, I think, the thing, gigabytes or whatever. This computer I've had for 3 years, and we do all of our programs and keep all of our, so many things up at the same time while we're teaching a class. So we have music, and we can show you other pages and all that stuff. So if I can, I will. But I did read it, so at least that you've heard it. So yeah, if it clears up, then we will do that. Okay. We will take this off, see if that helps. We'll do this. We'll do that. See if any of that helps. I just shut down some more programs and closed out one of the browsers that's open. So that might help. Okay, well, nothing seems to be helping at the moment, so let's see here. Let's just have a conversation, as long as we've got a spinning ball and I can't take you to the next page. Let's have a conversation about, you know, how a person actually comes to feel loved, honored, and cherished, and what that really is from the beginning. And the first thing that I can really say is that you come in with programs. And what shocked me with Adelia, and some of you might have heard me say this, is she did not have the right permission or ability to love or be loved. She didn't have either one. So, so for her, whether she had stayed with her birth mother or came to me, she wouldn't have had the right for being loved, honored, cherished, to have that experience of feeling worthy and nourished, because it was in her programming not to. So that's it. The first thing that you want to kind of check, and if you're having children, she's a little fussy. She didn't take her morning nap for whatever reason, so we'll do a little bouncing here. Oops, and you can't see my face. Let's see if I can step back a little further. There. Can we step back a little further so I can see my face? Oh my goodness. Let's see. There we go. I think that'll do it. Okay, we'll do a little bouncing. So, and she probably knows we're talking about her. I think we had a little bit of a rough start. She had a lot of, in the loving arena, how she would respond to being held is she would kick and hit, which is it's pretty hard to be a mommy and, you know, give your best loving when you're being hit and kicked. But that was what she was wired with, and when I checked, it was from her father's side, and then she'd had some spiritual interferences. Oopsie. Okay, and then she had some spiritual interferences that were really kind of getting into her body and you know, kind of running it. So one of the things I noticed is that as we keep clearing her, and she had some big fuss days the other day, and part of that was stimulated from, sorry about this, she's had too much milk. She's all gooey, all baby goo. So I cleared her, she was really having a fussy time, and part of it was actually growing pains. And so she was having growing pains, and you know, when we go through something as adults and our chemistry changes, we're uncomfortable or we're in pain, we'll be more we'll have more of a tendency towards bringing spiritual interferences in. So if our chemistry changes, that also happens. Does that feel a little better now that your tummy's empty of that extra milk? You shouldn't have extra milk. You shouldn't say, Mommy, I want more milk when your tummy's full. Yes, you shouldn't tell Mama to have more milk. Mama, you should know. So you start with looking at the right permission and ability, and then you can look at things. Now with an adopted baby, I keep looking at what's on the mother's side, what's on the father's side. But then also I had to look at myself. So did I have the right permission and ability to love Adalia? And there were ways that I had the right, but I didn't have permission or ability, so I had to clear that. Even though I was just showering her with love, that it wasn't in my field. Like I wasn't wired to be able to bring her in. And then you look at also, my parents were very opposed to me adopting and actually tried to block it. Just so interesting because the entire family, Doring family on my father's side, the whole family has rallied and is so supportive of this adoption, and everybody is so happy. I've gotten communications from long lost aunts and uncles and cousins, and everybody just thrilled with the adoption. So it was just, you know, parents in your early development, your parents take on some level the quality of God. You know, they are kind of the authority in your space because you don't have that all loving, all compassionate, grace-filled relationship with the divine. And so what you have is how well your parents are able to love you. And so if your parents weren't on a physical level, they didn't have the right or permission. I think about myself and how much I planned and longed for her and didn't have permission and didn't have permission. I think it was permission and ability. I would muscle test right now, but I got my hands full. But two of the three I didn't have for her, and I had been planning for her for a long time. So you think about that for people who maybe it's more of an accident. You know, maybe you were more of an accident. So if you tested, did your parents have the right permission and ability to love you? And did you have the right permission and ability to be loved, honored, respected, and cherished? As an infant coming in, I'm going to say the majority of you probably didn't. And so we're correcting a wrong that's probably pretty standard for most. Oh my goodness. Okay, for most. So I'm going to put the PowerPoint back up for a couple minutes, and then we'll keep talking. Okay, sweetie. Everything's okay. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. It's okay. All right, and I think we're out of the, so we can just get this out. Oh, and then the ball comes back. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's where it all starts, I think, and then what you do with that, so where you take it. And then you can really look at what's in the emotions. So malice, hatred, resentment, anger, unforgiveness, blame. And I look at the unforgiveness, the blame, as really like, you know, when you get stuck there, disappointed, embarrassed, overwhelmed, maybe your parents embarrassed you, they didn't love you, and you were out in public, and, you know, so I think those are all emotions that are good to clear with the pump, but they're also good to clear in your daily life. So they're also really an important step that you can take that will really help you. Oh, you're welcome, Anelli. You're welcome. So with my relationship with Adalia, and I have to say, and it's kind of funny because people are watching her, and she's just 4 months. And when you look at a 4-month-old baby, and we have a lot of them at my church, they behave very differently than Adalia behaves. And so, you know, when a child is cleared, when a newborn is cleared on a regular basis, whenever you see something that's up, whenever I see something that's up, I go, oh gosh, I need to take some time. As a matter of fact, one of our wonderful VIP clients got bumped 12 hours later or something like that because I actually just needed some time to clear Adalia. She was having a really fussy time. Her legs were hurting. But when I took all of my charts, my clearing charts, she had like 5 spiritual interferences that had plugged in. She had a lot of emotion coming from a distant relative from the birth mother who was sending, you know, a lot of emotions towards little one, and it was going into her field. And so by just kind of, you know, clearing her, she's had some really big breakthroughs. You think about babies starting and how many challenges and problems they have when they begin their life, how many things are wired into them. And if they're cleared from the very beginning, can they really be a prodigy? Can they be a genius? Can they be well beyond their years in emotions and you know, self-loving and all of that, making people feel comfortable around them, being a little, you know, brilliant being. I don't know. I mean, what I see is Adalia's like doing things that aren't expected of her. I know the doctor said that's not normal for her to be so strong or to have such muscle coordination at this point in time. Her interaction, her gazing, the teller at the grocery store goes, oh my God, I'd have guessed her at 9 months. She's clocking everything. And, you know, so she's watching and engaging and interacting, and so it's a fun journey to be able to pay attention to and clear everything that needs to be cleared as it happens. And I think congratulations to all of you. I know all of you are students who love coming into the classes and love learning how to clear yourself and clear yourself. And there are times, I think, when it seems like, wow, there's a lot of spiritual interferences in my space. And I know one of our class members, and I won't say who, I got a message from this morning. And sometimes those kind of things show up during cycles like your menstrual cycle, where your chemistry changes. You might have a lot more that seems to come in when your chemistry changes, which you want to cancel that cycle out. But not to say, well, in any case, things show up and spiritual interferences show up at a variety of different times for different reasons. And the good thing to do is to kind of keep a sense of humor about life and not feel like you're in it on your own. I think one of the things I really recommend is if you are really so wholeheartedly going for this, also ask for help from the divine. Ask, you know, pray. Ask God to help you. You know, just see yourself being loved and supported on many realms. Okay, it seems like we might have an opening here. At least I don't see a spinning ball. So let's see here. There's something else funny is happening now. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, there. Okay, it's going to show us the end of the class. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with what the IT guy said, which is there's just needs a whole lot more memory. So we're just going to say that that's the case, and not going to feel attacked, keep a sense of humor, and keep pumping. So there's probably a couple spiritual interferences that don't want you to get this, but you're going to get this. So we will come on to clearing right, ability, and permission to love, to be loved, to feel feelings, to be magnetic to love, to feel worthy, removing domination, suppression, control. That's one of the clearings we'll be doing. Another clearing we'll be doing is clearing degrading, debilitating DNA. So we'll do the DNA clearing right, permission, and ability to live well beyond your poor family patterns, restoring the God DNA for self-love, self-confidence, and loving generosity in the highest alignment with the highest good for you and others, removing domination, suppression, and control. I actually was starting to do the PowerPoint all over again on a Word document because it's been the spinning ball thing. So one more week of this, and then we're going to totally fix that problem. He couldn't do it out here. He has to actually take the computer apart, and so that's what's going to happen. Okay. And then what's really interesting is to look at, when we look at the immune system, I want you to start thinking about the immune system related to love. And the bacterial infection can be canceled out with the word appreciation and with the action of appreciation. So if you're having a bacterial infection, one of the things I would recommend to you is to use the word as a meditative medicine in a way. So you would focus on the word appreciation, and then you would appreciate your body and your cells, your home environment. You would appreciate your immune system. You would put appreciation into the highest form of action you can put appreciation into, and that would cancel out bacterial infection. Also, I would pump also, obviously. A viral infection, the word that cancels it out and the energy that cancels it out is love. And so when you look at a viral infection and you want to just really amplify the energy of love. Okay. And then fungal infection is empathy. And so you'd be focusing on empathy, and not empathy where you're taking on problems from others, but where you're deeply understanding, you're deeply understanding people. You're compassionate. I think that's another beautiful way to look at empathy, is understanding another with compassion. Yeast and parasitical infections can be cleared with the frequency and energy of grace. Mycoplasms and odd infections with agape, which is that unconditional God love or devoted love. So there we go. Those are some of the things that, are strengthening, which we talked about, strengthening the immune system, how the immune system strengthens. Also, when you are not in the experience of self-love, a lot of times you're challenged also with digestive issues. How many of you have digestive issues? And so life being difficult to digest can be one of those ways that the digestive issues can show up. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like lots of questions are coming in here. Thank you. Okay. Paula from Israel. Hi, Paula. Would like to ask if I can apply these clearings to my 25-year-old baby, not without permission, but if you have permission, you can. Don't do anything to people who are not small children, unless they've said, yeah, go for it, Mom. My mother came into my field yesterday after texting each other. I felt anger coming into my field and was able to clear 10 minutes. What a breakthrough. Oh, that's awesome, Penny May. No worries with putting the chat box. Took a picture to keep track. Oh, beautiful. Good job, Penny May. Saval, do I need to clear the menstrual cycles only, or do I need information before clearing? Saval, I actually mapped out for you really quickly because I was prepping for the class here. But you have a list of what it is that plugged into you recently. So you've got a whole list. And it wasn't, there was just one walk-in. It was a bunch of other stuff. So I imagine that it wasn't sent to you yet because we're doing a class. But I did map it out, so you'll get it probably today, the whole list of stuff and all the anchors and everything that plugged in. So that would be good. Louisa, Julie, I would really appreciate if we clear right, permission, ability, deserve to be happy. For me, it seems really time in allowed love. Thank you so much. We do have a happiness class. Louisa, this is a self-love class. Are we still connected? And we definitely are. I'm broadcasting. Can everybody hear me? Just say yes, you can hear me. I'm definitely connected here. Okay. I'm just going to leave if there's typos. I'm thinking, let's see, can we do that? Oh, maybe we can. Maybe not. Oh, no, spinning ball. Okay, there we go. We'll just leave the typos. So we'll just leave the typos alone. Yeah. Yes, okay, good. All right, good. So we are definitely connected here. Okay. We will be taking a short break at the hour so I can freshen my little sweetie pie up. She's all gooey. She got baby goo. So in a few minutes, we'll take a little break. But you're welcome to keep pumping through. We'll take like a 5 or 6 minute break so I can change her clothes. Change her clothes to make her feel better. Yeah, you got goo. You got baby goo all over you and Mommy, didn't you? We both full of baby goo. When we work on DNA, we're going to be working on, oh, what was that? That's the whole, did everything just disappear on this? That's very weird. Turn my back and, boy, that's funny. Yeah, there's definitely some interferences that aren't excited about us getting this clearing. But we're doing it. Oh, good, it returned. Oh. Okay, well, I'm relieved that we didn't completely lose our clearing. Let's see where we're at with that. We're at 70%. Why don't I do a little blasting so we move through this a little faster? I'll do some blasting here. Hey, sweetie. Adelia's doing tummy time right now. If you hear her squawking, she's not crawling yet, but she is moving herself around so fast. Yes, she is. She's trying to figure out all the ways that she can motor herself around. So we're excited about Uncle Tommy coming to put gates in so little darling doesn't fall down any steps. That would be not good. So we're getting some gates put into our 4-story house. Mm-hmm. And she's down on her tummy just by my feet here on her soft, fuzzy blanket. being very silly, almost moved off of it already. She's having fun. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys. Oh, this is so silly. This is baby information, not love information. Adalia this morning, I lifted her up from the floor because she was playing on the floor. And her feet now know how to do, she's only 4 months old. She knows how to walk. I mean, I was holding her obviously, but she was going one foot in front of the other. It was so cute. Oh my God, it was so cute. It was just so adorable. Oh my goodness. And then she does this kind of a little bit cry thing when she's actually making progress. So she's moved herself like 6 inches forward, scooting herself with her legs. And she thinks that kind of making that cry sound is going to help her move. So that's a funny thing that she does. Yes, it's a funny thing that you do, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to do some blasting. For Louisa, the happiness class is called Bliss the Happiness Factor. So if you wanted to do a whole couple of hours on happiness, that's where we really go into happiness. There was a time in my youth when I was sorry to be a girl, hated probably. I tested if I had the right to be born as a girl and got yes and no. Could this have been an issue for me? Thank you. Yes, it definitely could have. Let's see, Anneli, right? Did you have the right? Did you have the permission? And did you have the ability? Because you didn't have permission and ability. And then was it from mother and from father? Mother wanted a boy, so the mother wanted a boy. So mom wanted a boy. Oh, good. Support got it. Okay. I just went in and got the happiness factor too. Good. Walk-ins today. Yeah, walk-ins are on this list here. So, but I think what you're asking, Penny Mae, is if I'll do the whole group. But you see, walk-ins is the last thing on the list here, so that's included. Yeah, I'll do walk-ins right now while Adelia is entertaining herself on the floor here with her toy. Other things that I've cleared for Adelia, she doesn't have the right permission or ability to be smart, to learn, and to read. And so every time I brought a book out from the time she was tiny, there she is right down there, she would close the book. She would literally close the book, and she's still doing that. She's closing the book. So I've been doing a lot of clearings for her, giving her the right permission and ability to be brilliant, to be a genius, to be honored and accepted and cherished. And my understanding when I test again, it's the problem energy is from the father's side. The mother doesn't read. She's gone to school though, so she knows how to read. She doesn't read on any kind of regular basis. I believe that the father doesn't read at all, the birth mother and birth father. And so we're working with Adelia, and of course I write books and read, and that's really important. And so that's going to be really important for her too, because I'm mama now and mama for the rest of her life. So then genetic programming needs to be cleared. And even I know my own family, and I'm just sharing this information with you, but it was unbelievable to my family that I am and was an author, that they just couldn't believe they had an author in the family. And I remember when my Aunt Sandy, who is on my Facebook page every day saying nice things about Adelia, when she was the first person in the family to get a college degree. You see, she's flipping herself around. So she's the first person to get a college degree, and that was kind of such a big deal. Sandy's about 10 years older than me, and there she's going, she's moving. And that was just unbelievable. And it's like unbelievable again in my family that they've got an author in the family. And those are things that are programmed in. So when there's something that comes up that's just unbelievable, that nobody does this, nobody gets a college degree, nobody, that's where you need to clear right permission and ability, because you came in without it. You came in without the right permission and ability to write books. You came in without the right permission and ability to go to college. You came in, so you want to look at those things that would be unbelievable to the family. Another unbelievable thing to the family was this incredible estate that I live on. My folks came for a visit, and they were just shocked and couldn't believe it. And what kept coming out of my dad was, wow, wow, wow. So again, it was like an unbelievable factor, which means that when I was born, I didn't have the right permission and ability to accomplish what I'm accomplishing in this life. And so by doing the quantum activations, clearing the DNA, clearing the programs, the bloodline, the clan, the soul contracts, satanic, demonic, evil spirit curses, karma, trauma, timelines, atheist thought forms, curses, control energy, contracts, agreements, all of that. By clearing all of that, we're able to live far beyond who we were programmed to be. Now, so we have this God potential. We all come in with, I kind of want you to keep, be able to see her if you want to. We all come in with this way that we could be, our God potential. And we all come in, every single person comes in with programs to create challenges to actually be successful in getting to that divine potential that we have. And our trainings are really all about getting you to your divine potential. So you have the divine potential, and then you have the family potential. You have what the potential of the family can accomplish. And most people get stuck in that, this is what the family can accomplish. And had I stayed married at 24 years old, I would have stayed in the what's possible for the family. I was married to an abusive alcoholic, really a trapped stay-at-home mother. And, life was really, really hard, really, really hard. And it was horrendous for me. It was like, it's like I died when I went through the divorce and lost complete custody. His family was very powerful politically. And his dad was running for state representative at the time, and they took the children completely away from me. So my 5, 3, and 1-year-old I lost. But what I gained out of that shift over time, because it wasn't overnight, was the right permission and ability to actually live not under tyranny or abuse, and to be educated and to be creative and to explore when I was very young, I explored my sexuality, and there was no permission for that either. It was all under domination, suppression, and control. To explore my brilliance, to, things that I wouldn't have been allowed to do, I broke free from and was able to do. So you want to look at your patterns. I mean, today we're looking at self-love, but I want you to really understand that when we're doing this deep dive to what was it like at birth or even during gestation, and what did I have permission to do and be, how much could I love myself? Could I love myself? Did I have permission to love myself? I know I didn't have the right permission or ability to love myself, to be loved, honored, and cherished. I had none of that. I had zero of that, for sure. And many, many of our students do. I'm actually surprised that we don't have 14,000 people on this call. We have 25 wonderful students, which I adore, all of you. But this would be one that the entire community, and even when we do our community calls and get 700 or 900 students on and 300 live, this is one that everybody should have, that everybody should clear. Just this very basic right permission and ability to be loved, honored, respected, cherished, to be around people who are make us feel worthy, help us feel nourished, love our ideas, removing the domination, suppression, and control, because it's not common. I would say there's probably not anybody who's gotten all of this right at the very beginning. However, I do see, and I have had clients who really have beautiful programs and patterns. They do have difficulties, maybe with depression or something else, but I've seen some children really being born with a lot of right permission and ability and a lot of love. So I think about Susan, a very wealthy client of mine who has had 5 birth children and adopted a child from Russia, and how much love those children have, and how much support and ongoing, ability, permission, ongoing permission that they have to be themselves, to express their unique self. And yet, I'm going to guess that there was probably stuff to clear with those kids too. Perhaps the blueprint needs tweaking, allow us to love ourselves enough to take the course like this. That would be an interesting thing. Actually, that's an interesting thing for many of our courses, is to just go in and clear the community related to their blueprint. I think that's a great idea. Let's see. I know I just used up my last writing pad. Let's see if I've got one hiding somewhere. I like that idea a lot. I have an envelope. Mama can pull out an envelope. Should I just pull out an envelope and write on that? There's an envelope. I'll write on the envelope. And you know what's so amazing, Trinity, I have to say, what I have seen is that when I clear the blueprint or I clear Lucifer stops, it's permanent because it never shows up in that way that I've cleared it. It never shows up again as needing to be cleared. So that's pretty darn exciting, isn't it? And a lot of our clearings now, because we're second round classes, this one did have, because it's new, but a lot of them don't have Lucifer stops in them anymore. And the blueprint responds in a very different way. So it's a good idea. Thanks so much for the blast. I really feel the energy coming now into my field clearer. Oh, good. Same with my father. I also struggled with reading and belief of being stupid. There you go. Well, we have time to clear walk. It's okay. And that one we are working on. What I think I will do, though, since Trinity made the suggestion, is Dahlia seems to be pretty content at the moment. Oh, let's take our break. Let's see. We're about 80% clear on this chart. And if we just cleared this chart and did the DNA, we would be good to go. And if we do the last one, that would be awesome. But it can be homework too. It doesn't have to all be done, because this is the most important thing, and then the DNA, the second most important thing. Adalia needs a little cleanup, so I'm going to take 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to leave the chart up so you can keep double pumping, or you can take a potty break, get a glass of water, a cup of tea, and come back. Let's see, can I pull the music up? Maybe I can pull it up quickly. I closed it out so that the PowerPoint slide would work better. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I can bring the music up. Okay, so I'll put some music on, and we'll just go as quickly as we can. So it'll be 5, 6 minutes. If it's more than that, I apologize. It's just, I'll just be changing her and just coming right back. So that's our break. So just keep working on this. And I'm going to give her into some dry clothes. Okay, I can't write break on the PowerPoint. It's not, oh, maybe, no, it's not cooperating. So let's just put it in the chat box. Okay, sweetie, let's go get you changed. Let's put some dry clothes on you. Get all that spit up off you. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay, we are back. How do we do? Oh, we weren't as fast as we could be, but we were as fast as we could be. Yes, we were, weren't we? Did we do it? Put a little bib on you in case you burp up some more. And you're all dry. Okay. Okay, let's say hi to everybody. We're back. Hi, everybody. We're back. Hi, we're back. Hi. Back in clean, dry clothes. Yay. 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 Oh, let's get those hands out. Should we get those hands out? Oh, and sure enough, we had some more, but we have the birth cloth on, so that's good. We're catching it. Okay, Maria, I was raised in a family where showing love was very expensive. It had a price. Mother rarely gave me a big hug or showed me love. Do you want to be in the? Do you want to be in here for a while on the swing? There. There's a big girl. Do you want your bunny? You want your teddy? There's your teddy. Okay. Where showing love was very expensive. It had a price. Mother rarely gave me a hug or showed me love, and father was not present with no love to show at all. I have never had the right permission or ability to receive love. Is this true? Did she have the right permission and ability to receive love as an infant? You had the ability, but not the right or permission. So you were wired with it could happen, but you didn't have the right or permission. But the ability was there. So I think when you take away ability, that's like a human right. Most people, a lot of people have. Hi. The thing is, if you sit in my lap, you're just going to wiggle and fuss. You like it there. Why don't you hang out there for a little bit? You like it there. So if we were to check to see who has had the ability to be loved and to love, let's find that out first. So in a class of 25 students, who had the ability to be loved? Five people had the ability to be loved. Maria is one of those people. Who had, of the 25 people, who had the right to be loved? 2. And of those 25 people, who had permission to be loved? 4. 4 of you had permission. Won't be necessarily the same people, but just understand that that's you know, some people have the right, some people have the permission, some people have the ability, but if you are missing any one of those, you're not going to get the experience that you really long for and desire. So good question. Mom, I think the other thing that we're going to be working on is the DNA. So let's see where we're at with the chart. Oh, we're at 100% with the chart. Let's see where we're at with walk-ins. Are there any walk-ins in the group left? There's 5 walk-ins in the group left. Okay. Please don't ask me, is it me? I'm just going to clear those 5. Okay, so just assume that I'm going to clear all of what's left. I wasn't sure if you were going to do any blueprint work now. I am, yes, but I'm going to get you guys started on the DNA. The blast was blissful, fantastic. It's interesting, my dad would often scream, "You're nothing." Is this related to the course? If so, how? Well, it's your dad's wounding, which if you accepted that you were nothing, then you would have taken on your dad's wounding, which then means that you're not lovable, right? I mean, if you're nothing, you're not lovable. Tony, I probably need to clear right permission to be born as a boy, and the problem is my mother wanted a girl. Is that correct? Mother did very much want a girl, yes. So you're absolutely right, Tony. And that was why I brought that up, is because anything that's kind of either unbelievable or a consistent inconsistency is something that probably needs to be cleared. So that would be excellent. Okay, I'm just going to take a minute to do the walk-ins. Then I'm going to get you started on the DNA. And actually, why don't we take you to the DNA page? And then I'm going to do, while you're doing the DNA, oops, oh shoot, are we going to be able to do this? Okay, the PowerPoint is the one that's having the problem. So let's see if we can get it to stop spinning. So the DNA is the next one that we're going to clear, although we did look at the DNA page. So if we can't see it, we did go over it. And the DNA page was clearing out the bad family problems. We're kind of restoring you to being lovable with your family. Okay, maybe we can move it down here. Okay, let's see. So what I'd like you to do with the DNA is the DNA side slide. And if I can get it to shift, which I think I can in a minute or two when the ball stops spinning, we'll do a click with the keyboard instead of the mouse and see if that lets it go. So you're going to be clearing the poor DNA programs. So you've got, remember we talked about, you've got the what your potential is in the divine realm, and then you've got what your potential is in the family realm with self-love and being a love magnet, really bringing the love that you desire in. So now what I'd like you to do is to clear the DNA, even if we can't see that slide. Oh, well, something has shifted here. So I'm seeing a different slide up, so it might be it. So I want you to just do this DNA side slide for 5 or 10 minutes. What I'm going to be doing while you're doing that, let's see, did I clear all 5? There's one left, okay. What I'm going to be doing then while you're doing the DNA clearing for yourself, hopefully we'll get the slide up, is I'm going to be working in the blueprint for our entire community, but for the world on the right permission and ability to be loved, cherished, and honored from the beginning of life. So I'm going to change that in the blueprint. And so it's probably going to take a little bit of time because it seems very, very prevalent that there isn't that right permission and ability. So I'll be working on that for a little while. Do not follow me into the blueprint if you're a newer person and you're like, oh, what's this about? People tend to get sick. You're not strong enough energetically, and I'm not insulting you at all. I'm just saying I'm a teacher with a really high frequency that can go into the field and not be too affected. But somebody who doesn't have this high frequency setting is going to be sick. They're going to be tired. They're going to have like the flu for a few days, if not a week. I don't want anyone to have that experience. It's kind of exciting to watch. But if you want to watch from your third eye. Sit in the center of your head and watch. And that's the best way. Don't just kind of zoom after my spirit into the field. So that's my warning. I usually write that out, but since we don't have PowerPoint working really well, just don't follow me into the blueprint. Everybody who's signed up on the class register is one of the students in this class. Okay, sweetie. Mommy's gonna, let's see, that's done. So let's see if we can get us up to, there it is. Okay, great. So I can leave this slide up for you guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna speak for a few minutes. I'm going into the blueprint. Yeah. Okay, I am back from the blueprint. Did a huge shift in the blueprint. So that should really help on people's right, permission, and ability to be loved, honored, cherished, respected, just across the board. So we've changed the blueprint. And then with the community, I think we can do another few minutes of pumping for the community. So that just showers out. We've got about 15,000 people right now on our list in our community. So we want to be showering that to the community. On the DNA clearing, you're about 40% on the DNA clearing. So I'll also help as soon as I get that kind of shifted to the community. I'll do a blast for everything. I'll do a blast for this and for our DNA upgrade at the same time. Everybody who's in the class is in the class. So if you walked away for a minute, it doesn't matter. I cleared the big human blueprint, and now I'm just doing a relationship to our community. So we're going to do a nice clearing for our community. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you. So we're just really connecting this so that our 15,000 followers in our community, and actually we'll reach that out also to about 25,000 in the social media. Let's just get that to all of our followers. That ability, even though it wasn't necessarily there from the beginning, right? Permission and ability to be loved, honored, cherished, to have that show up. So it would just be stepping up and accepting. Kathleen, I feel calmer now after you did your work in the blueprint. Thank you. My nervous system calmed down. Oh, fantastic. That's wonderful. Okay, so I do get that this upgrade has gone to the 35,000 or so people that are following us, or 40,000 people that are following us, so that they can integrate it into their life immediately. And the DNA shift, and the DNA shift is at 100%. Trinity, I feel so deep in the only word that's close, close. So deep, good, very good. All right, we're going to move on. You've finished the DNA clearing. I guess I was blasting, that probably moved us up there where we needed to be. We're going to go into, let's see, clearing the right permission to be loved, to be loved, to exist, to actually have the right to be here, to feel feelings, be magnetic to love, feel worthy, removing domination, suppression, and control. And you can just start pumping. I'd like you to do the platter for this one. And while you're doing that, the platter, I'm going to add the spiritual interferences. This is a brand new clearing to today. So I'll just be adding, for a few minutes, I'm going to add the spiritual interferences to this list. So just go ahead and start pumping the quantum platter. And she is actually okay, you guys. She's playing and she yells at her toys sometimes. So that sound is just telling her toys they're supposed to move. Somehow she doesn't know that making that sound isn't going to make them move. She thinks they're going to move. Honey, they're not going to respond to you when you do that. You have to just move them with your hands or your feet. Just move them with your hands or your feet. That's how it's going to work. They're not going to respond to you when you go, They don't know. Good girl. So you can move them with your hands or your feet. That's how you can move them. Oh, you're so smart. That's a good girl. You're moving them with your hands. That's very good. You can just move them with your hands. That's going to be the best way. Okay, and we're about 40% through on this one. What a blessing it is to be part of this community. Oh, fantastic. And Nellie, amazing from Penny May. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, we're using the platter, the quantum platter, to clear right ability and permission to love, be loved, to exist at all, to be born and to exist as a male or a female or anything, just to exist, to feel feelings, to be magnetic to love, to feel worthy. So you have that, maybe you didn't have the right permission and ability to feel worthy, to exist, to feel feelings, to draw love to you. So that's what we're doing right now, your rights to experience love. It isn't doing anything if you're just talking to it. It's not doing anything when you're talking to it like that. You'll have to touch it with your hands or your feet. You'll have to touch it with your hands or your feet to make it to do something. It won't do something when you look at it, when you kind of howl at it. It doesn't know what to do when you're howling. Because it doesn't have a brain. It's just a toy. It's just made out of plastic and fabric. So when something's made out of plastic and fabric, it doesn't think. It can't really respond. You have to make it go. You're the one who has to make it go. Yeah, you have to make it go. If you want it to go, you have to make it go with your hands or your feet. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we're going through this one pretty fast. Good job, you guys. So your platter is working very effectively. Oh my goodness. Looks like your little twofers are coming up. Your little twofers coming up. You can see them. Oh my goodness. Is that why you've been so crabby and throwing up? You giggle all the time too, don't you? I see your little twofers coming. Yeah. Good girl. And the next thing we're going to go into is the guided meditation for karma clearing. So that karma clearing, that group energy that says that you can't experience love. So whether you came in maybe to a religious group or a family group or a political organization that said that you're not lovable or loving. Yeah, so we're going to clear that next in a guided meditation. Yeah. Okay, we're at 98% on this clearing. Almost through. Almost through. Okay, we're 99%. So just that last 1%. Let's give it a little, I'm going to give it a little blast. You just keep going and it should be done in about a minute or so. And then we'll go on to the meditation. Okay, great. We're at 100% with this, and we'll move on to the karma clearing, and it'll be a guided meditation. And so just finding a comfortable seated position with your spine erect and your feet on the floor. And taking a few breaths in and out. And as you breathe in positive energy. And as you breathe out negativity, worry, and concern. Breathing in and out. And you want to allow your eyes to close and to just come into this peaceful place. And we're going to start shifting your karma with groups that wouldn't allow you the joy of feeling loved. So we're going to clear that away now. Okay, so if you haven't already, send a grounding cord down from the base of your spine to the center of the earth. Make the grounding cord nice and wide. Set the grounding cord on release and begin to release the excess energy in the body. Then for male bodies, ground your testicles. For female bodies, ground your ovaries, both with a line of energy as wide as your wrist, hollow in the center. For ladies, it's through the perineum down to the center of the earth. You're both going through the first chakra. So let's just go ahead and set that grounding cord with the male and female bodies on release. And we're just coming into a nice clearing space. Going up to your adrenals that sit on the top of your kidneys. And let's go ahead and ground your adrenals with a line of energy as wide as your wrist, hollow in the center. Down through the first chakra, the perineum, and down to the center of the earth. Setting your adrenals on release and your nervous system on release. Let's go ahead and allow your nerves to release and your adrenals to release. Releasing fight or flight, stress out energy, worry and concern. Letting it all go. Letting it all go. Letting it all go. And seeing your nervous system light up like a lacy network of nerves. And just maybe like the invisible man in science class where you could see all the nerves. Just see your nerves light up and then clear out. All right, and then going up to the center of your head in your golden temple of silence. And let's go ahead and clear out the golden temple of silence. So you're going to open a trap door out the back of your head and take a spiritual fire hose and start washing out the back of the whole center of head, rather. So you're going to wash out the whole center of head. And just washing out any worries, looping thoughts. I'm not going to do this right. Any kind of stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to get this. Just let it all go. Also agreements. If you have some enforcers in there saying you're not lovable, let's wash that out now too. Wonderful. And then close the trap door when you feel like you've gotten it really cleaned out. And let's move on now. All right. And pull the aura into 18 inches around your body, opening your feet to earth energy, bringing earth energy up through the feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, out the hips and down the grounding cord. And then bringing cosmic energy into the back of your head, 1 inch above where the spine meets the skull, bringing that down into the back of your neck and down through your arms and out the fingertips, and then down through your back channels, all the way down into the hips, and then looping up through the pelvic cradle, all the way up through the neck, through the head, fountaining out the top of the head like a beautiful Italian fountain, bathing and cleansing your aura. All right, and we're going to see the groups, any groups light up that would be preventing you from experiencing self-love. And we're going to put out a rose for each of those groups. So if there's a religious organization that says you can't be your unique, extraordinary self, or you can't have miracles show up, they don't show up nowadays. You can't love yourself. You've got to have your love come through something other than you. If it's a political organization, it's a community, put a rose up for each one of those groups. And also put up a rose for yourself. Maybe make the rose for yourself red and make all the other groups maybe purple or blue roses. These are magnet roses. And we're going to pull energy out of those groups, your energy out of those groups, and we're going to pull their energy out of your body. So any shared energy, the magnet rose is going to just take that energy. So you just want to feel that that energy from those groups is leaving your body. That's interesting. I have a physical sensation of things leaving my body as we're doing this. So you just, all the groups, any group that said you can't do it the way you're doing it. You can't be who you are. You're not, you can't be lovable and loving and receive love, and you don't have the permission for it. So just see all of that energy that they've placed, maybe control energy, because that's usually what it is control energy. And just have it leave your body. And any energy that you've got in that group, I want you to pull that out into the, pull all of your energy out of that group. And it's going to go into your rose. So your red rose is receiving all of your good energy. So that red rose is receiving all of your good energy. And then it's just funneling it back to you. Okay, and then take your rose and bring your rose into your body. So you've retrieved all of your energy from all of those different organizations. And you're going to send their energy, so any control energy, any thought forms that would prevent you from loving yourself or feeling loved. Let's just send that energy back to those organizations. So you can send the magnetic rose that was pulling that energy out of your body. You can now send that back to them. And then if there were any cords between you and the organization, you can just kind of do an internal check. I'll do some blasting to clear that right now. So if there are any cords from those organizations to you, or you to those organizations, we're going to clear those cords now. Let's just pull those cords out and out beyond the edge of the aura. Wonderful. And then we're going to remove contracts and agreements. Contracts are usually something in writing. You have a contract in writing that says, I'm going to do it this way. And organizations often have you sign a contract. So if it's a contract that doesn't support you loving yourself and cherishing yourself and honoring yourself, let's end that contract. So you can just see that disappearing. You can imagine it blowing it up with a little cartoon time bomb, a little bomb that just goes kaboom and you can blow it up. You're just ending that contract. You can rip it up and light a fire on it and just burn it up. Contracts and agreements. And agreements are things that are more of a thought form. They're something that you imagine that you'll do in the future. So that's more of a thought form, and you can clear that out. Very good. And then we're going to end karma. So for everybody, let's do a giant karma ring for all these organizations and your life. And let's end this once and for all. So we're ending the karma once and for all. And so the karma ring is half, and it's let's say have it be like 10 feet across. And the bottom half is missing, and we're going to fill in the bottom half right now. That's what we're doing. We're filling in the bottom half of the karma ring. And as we fill in the bottom half of the karma ring, the karma is ending. The reason to come back and loop around lifetime after lifetime is going away. And as we've completed that karma ring, let's go ahead and drop it into a giant bed of white roses and have it, as it goes into the bed of white roses, just disappear. And the bed of white roses disappears into the quantum field. It just translates to zero. It cancels itself out. And then coming back in to your body, breathing in and out, and taking a few deep breaths in and out. Coming back into the room, bringing your spirit into your body nicely, inserting your spirit into your fingers and toes, arms and legs, torso, neck, and head. Coming back into the room, may it be with the blessings of the Supreme Being, that this healing meditation is complete, that karma is now complete, with all these organizations that would have had you be less than who you are, had you love yourself less. Really feeling your body, your spirit and body, feeling yourself very strongly related. Coming back into the room, may it be the blessings of the Supreme Being, that this healing meditation is complete. To test you, so be it. And we'll end, oopsie, we'll end with a blessing. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamisoma Jyotirgamaya Murchorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May the entire world be filled with peace. I just have to say, I'm not surprised she fought to stay awake with you guys. This is such an important clearing, and is one that we've really been working on for her. So she made a lot of sounds And maybe you had those emotions going on with you on the inside as we were clearing. I find it completely adorable that she fell asleep in like the last minute. So she really wanted to be part of this with you. God bless you. Have an amazing, amazing week. Notice where you can show up more loving for yourself. Notice where you can really be who you are meant to be and how things are beginning to lighten up and become easier for you. I love you. God bless you. I'll try to be in the chat box. I know I need to get some things here organized and get her into her bed for a nap, which is another feat in itself. I love you. I'll make a few comments in the chat box. No homework for this class. We got it all done. So I hope to see you in classes tomorrow. We have 7 stages of love. If you're looking to understand love in a more profound way, please come into that class. Karma clearing, we did just a little bit of karma clearing today. Karma clearing class is like the potent class that I'd love to see you all into. God bless you. I love you. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.